Since the dawn of time, humanity has gazed into the unknown and found monsters staring back. We called them dragons, krakens, unicorns, mermaids. We believed they were myths, fantasies of a frightened mind. But what if they were echoes? Echoes of real beasts, misunderstood and magnified across generations? Tonight, we tear open the veil of time and reveal the shocking truths hidden behind our oldest legends. This is 7 mythical creatures that really existed, and their stories are far more terrifying than fiction. Number 1. Dragons. They haunt every ancient tale, from China's imperial scrolls to Viking sagas to Middle Eastern legends. Always the same: scales like armor, wings that blot out the sun, fire rising from their lungs. What if these weren't mere fantasies? What if our ancestors were simply remembering? In Mongolia, the skulls of protoceratops, curved and beaked, lay buried in the sand, mistaken for dragon hatchlings. In Europe, exposed skeletons of ichthyosaurs twisted into stories of cave-dwelling monsters. In Australia, the monstrous megalania, a 20-foot venomous lizard, may have been the last dragon ever seen by human eyes. With no science to explain the bones, myths filled the silence, and from dust and fossil, the dragons breathed again. Number 2. Kraken. The sea has always hidden its nightmares. Sailors spoke of a beast that rose from the black, a creature so vast it wrapped its limbs around ships and dragged them to watery graves. They called it the Kraken. But today, we know those stories weren't born from madness. Beneath the crushing pressure of the deep, the giant squid lurks, 45 feet long, with serrated suckers and eyes the size of dinner plates. Its ancestors, like Tusoteuthis, once ruled prehistoric oceans, powerful enough to challenge apex predators like mosasaurs. We didn't imagine the Kraken, we just hadn't met it yet. Number 3. Unicorns. We picture Grace, a glowing white horse with a spiraling horn. The truth? It thundered, not pranced. The Elasmotherium, known as the Siberian unicorn, was no fairy tale. 6 feet tall, 4 tons, a horn as thick as a tree trunk. It trampled frozen tundras like a bulldozer wrapped in shaggy fur. To Stone Age hunters, catching a glimpse of it at dawn, backlit and shadowed, was enough to spark a legend. Not of fragility, but unstoppable force. Number 4. Mermaids. Lonely seas, empty skies, a mind weakened by thirst and madness, and then a shape in the water, gentle, watching, cradling something small. A mermaid? No, a manatee, or perhaps its extinct cousin, the desmostylion. Coastal giants with barrel bodies and forward-facing eyes. From a distance, they moved like women. Close up, they looked like memories fading into water. These weren't sirens of seduction. They were misunderstood ghosts of evolution. Number 5. Cyclops. Imagine standing before a skull, massive, smooth, and human-shaped, but instead of 2 eye sockets, there's just one gaping hole in the center. To ancient Greeks, that was a cyclops. To modern science, it was a dwarf elephant, the hole where the trunk once connected. But to those who had never seen an elephant, it was the face of a one-eyed giant, frozen in stone. This wasn't fantasy, it was fossilized fear, misread by firelight. Number 6. Werewolves. The myth whispers of a man, cursed by the moon. He transforms, bones twist, fur spreads. He becomes something primal, a predator. But where did this terrifying tale begin? Long before werewolves stalked storybooks, the forests echoed with real monsters. Meet dire wolves, not just bigger, but stronger and more vicious than any modern wolf. Their bite could crush bone. Their pack tactics overwhelmed even mammoths. To early humans, being hunted by these creatures was not fiction, it was survival. But they weren't the only ones. In Asia, Amphision, also called the bear dog, roamed, a creature with the size of a bear and the agility of a wolf. It didn't just chase prey, it shattered it. And deep in prehistoric Europe lurked Lycaean Sekaway, an extinct wild dog, faster and smarter than any predator of its time. Now imagine tribes finding their bones, or worse, glimpsing the last of them in the dark, howling, watching, waiting. Those creatures vanished, but their legend, the werewolf, still stalks our nightmares. Number 7. Thunderbirds. They say its wings brought thunder, its eyes flashed lightning. It ruled the sky as both omen and god. The Thunderbird of Native American lore wasn't born of dreams. Meet Argentavis magnificens, the largest bird to ever fly. Wingspan, 23 feet. Talons like knives. Before that, the skies belonged to Quetzalcoatlus, a flying reptile taller than a giraffe, with wings stretching as wide as a small plane. To early tribes, such a creature wasn't just a bird, it was a living storm, and when it vanished, it didn't die. It rose again in stories. We call them myths, but maybe they're warnings. Echoes from a wilder earth, where monsters were real and humans were merely witnesses. We buried them under layers of time and silence. Bones don't lie, and legends never truly die. Because the greatest stories aren't fiction, they're forgotten history. Like if you believe monsters once roamed this earth. Subscribe for more dark secrets from science and myth. Comment, which creature do you think might still be out there, waiting?